Ways to live longer. How to live long and prosper. First, let's begin with taking out the trash. That is, get the toxins out of the body. Some of the basic things are like get a colon cleanse, do a whole body cleanse. You can pick up prepackaged herbs at your local herbal store for just that. And another thing is just simply stop applying and consuming toxins, such as processed foods like TV dinners. Um, Most soaps and shampoos, get soaps and shampoos that are organic or fair trade, and look on the labels. If you need a chemist's dictionary to look up what the ingredients are, you probably shouldn't have it. Ideally, have only use soaps and shampoos that you can eat. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. And same applies for any food you buy. There are like organic sodas and other alternatives. So next thing you want to do is create a healthy environment. Some basic strategies listed on the slide is get rid of chemical cleaners. Uh, Try white vinegar that you would get in your grocery store aisle. It's much safer. Um, Use steam cleaners. Uh, put put water through a filter and then put the filtered water in the steam cleaner, and that is very effective, I know by experience, on getting things like your bathroom and all the other filthiest places in your house. Use organic fabrics in your house, from furniture to clothes. If you can make it yourself, that's most ideal. Use an air purifier or get some plants to hang in your house. This is especially helpful if you live with a smoker. Next solution is to purify your shower and drinking water. And not listed on this slide is another thing that will be discussed on another slide, is to reduce the stress. That's another part of having a healthy environment. The next strategy here is eat as nature intended. Stop consuming processed foods such as TV dinners, some of these processed chicken nuggets like Tyson chicken nuggets. Now, what you want to do is either eat organically grown produce and organically raised meat. Meat that comes from organically fair trade raised animals, free pasture. Ideally locally grown, either from a community garden or from a local farmer or farmers. You get more information about this on the link of vegtv.com, as you notice on the slide. If you eat more as nature intended, you don't have all these food additives, your health will dramatically increase. Even if you do some of these things, and not all of them, just some of them, you will notice a difference over time. Next is do beneficial forms of exercise and get various beneficial therapies. Some examples listed here are Qigong, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, aerobics, massage therapy. That's just a few. There's acupressure, acupuncture, and then there's just simple going for nature walks. Then there's music you can listen to, known as nature music or new age music, that is soothing to the mind and the body. There's meditation that you can engage in, which helps to reduce stress and focus the mind, and which is very beneficial, especially as a student when you're trying to learn new things. When you meditate, you get a sharper, more focused mind, and you meditate and do these other things like yoga and Tai Chi and Qigong, which helps you learn a lot better, which translates into better grades, which translates into, well, better jobs. Next thing is be social. That is, have a lot of friends. Research shows that those with better relationships live longer than those without. Examples are join social networks such as Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, and a number of others. Attend church, volunteer in your local community, get a club membership such as like the Lions Club or any club similar to that. That may be in your community. Attend local events such as concerts, church services, even anything at a local barroom or nightclub. This is optional. Get married. It is a very valuable relationship that can help you live longer, but there are many other ways to have meaningful, deep relationships without committing to marriage if that's not your piece of pie. Next, seek out any other interesting ways to attend social venues and to make friends. Next is avoid emotional vampires. Emotional vampires basically prey on the emotions of other people. They suck the life right out of you. Many of them are what's known as control freaks and narcissistic people. You may have read about them in psychology if you've ever taken a psychology class. You probably even know a few people like that. After 10 minutes in their presence, you feel drained, like you've lost energy, just like you went on a 10-mile marathon. Many of them also complain about their problems constantly. These are the type of people that you should try to avoid. It's not always possible because sometimes you have emotional vampires as family members. If you can avoid emotional vampires most of the time, this will help you live longer and you'll be at more peace day by day. Here's a list of some products you should buy. A shower head with a built-in filter, because the municipal water isn't always cleaned to a good standard. They put things like chlorine in it to kill harmful microorganisms. But the downside to that is that also kills beneficial microorganisms, which is what your body is made up of. So you want to have a shower filter to clean that water out, to get the chlorine and other contaminants that you might find in your municipal water when you shower. Next is a water filter for drinking water. Another is a memory foam bed and pillows. This is highly recommended. It costs a little extra money, but myself, having slept on a memory foam bed and memory foam pillows, they do wonders in your sleep, and that is very important for longevity. If you can get a good, very good restorative sleep, you can add decades to your life. Next, I recommend is a squatty potty. The way most people sit on the toilet is not conducive toward healthy defecation, which could contribute to things like colon cancer. The way people do it in like Japan and Korea and China many times is they squat down. A squatty potty available at Amazon.com is something you put in front of your toilet and you use it to mimic what was jokingly called the kimchi squat when I was stationed in Korea. Next is an air purifier. Or if you can't get an air purifier, hang plants up. Plants clean the air and give you oxygen. Next is an RF shield. Go to rfsafe.com. This is still theoretical, but there is research to suggest that your cell phone may contribute to risks in cancer. If you get an RF shield and put it like in your cell phone holder, that is something that could possibly help mitigate what might possibly be a risk. And that's why when I use my smartphone, I put it on speakerphone just in case, so I don't get brain cancer. it's up for debate. Next is get full spectrum light bulbs that simulate sunlight. This is especially helpful in winter, and for those that have problems with having, I forget what you call it, but where they get depressed in winter, this will help. Oh, it's seasonal affective disorder. So full spectrum light bulbs mimics the sunlight you get during the spring and summer months. Here I'm going to talk about different products that you should look into buying that'll help for longevity. Here are some examples of products to buy, such as the shower filter in the upper left corner, and in the middle you see a memory foam bed. And in the lower right corner, you see somebody sitting on a toilet with their feet on the squatty potty. That's an example of what I'm talking about. It puts you in the perfect squatting position, or is we like to joke around when I was stationed in South Korea, just before I left the army, the kimchi squat position. So in conclusion, take out the trash, create a healthy environment, eat as nature intended, be social, avoid emotional vampires, and buy certain necessary therapeutic and helpful products. These basic steps you should add several decades to your life. Have a good evening, and namaste.